everyone should have a voice. But like when you're like too young, like should be.
You knew it was
Go.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah,
Wait,
go,
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 Shut
go,
up.
go, go, go.
Big black diamonds. Rolling her around on a demon, but my soul is
So
swimming.
today I'm here with
Asla.
Hanase. What's up, man?
And me.
What's
So
up?
I feel like we talked a lot about cancel, so we just talked about cancel culture.
Cancel
and if
culture?
It's good
Oh,
or bad.
dude.
Is it too deep?
They're like,
Cancel culture. I think it's good that people have a voice. And I think it's dope that there's now a platform for people to share their voice. But are people abusing that shit? Like, are people abuse everything? Facts.
You
I
think it's
mean-
abused?
I think
Wait,
like
wait.
any social mechanism, it's abused.
Bro, like okay, everyone should have a voice. But like when you're like too young, like should be.
you knew it was
Go.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah, go.
Look. You're super young. Like I remember myself. I'm gonna give example
Yeah.
about myself. Like I'm 15, okay? My head was like stupid as fuck.
Mm.
I post something on the internet and try to cancel someone. The other person doesn't know how old am I because I don't obviously like say my age or what I do or anything.
Yeah.
And even if I would, many people wouldn't even like try to see what I like. If I have an opinion,
Yeah.
my opinion would be like a fucked up opinion, but for some reason it gets trended, and they cancel actually someone because it's happened.
Yeah, that's-
Oh, it's crazy that an opinion can galvanize such a large group of
Yeah.
people against you.
Not
Yeah.
against you, with you, and get
Oh.
something else that wouldn't make sense.
Oh,
And you
so
can
it's crazy
absolutely-
that people can crusade to cancel a person if they don't fuck with someone's opinion, and they can bring everyone along
Yeah,
on that
like,
ride. Okay.
You're fucking at 50 years old. I'm not saying shit like I'm not saying like 50,
Mhm.
like I was like stupid, but like
Yeah.
other people who might be like the brightest.
Yeah.
But like I imagine like I was like people were doing things and people will follow them just blindly because they're like young or like anything.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that you can take an example from music.
Yeah.
Which people support music and which people make the musician rich in total. Do you know?
No.
I mean, it's pretty like a young people, like kids. They go to the stadiums. Kids fill the stadium. Kids buy the records. Kids support the musicians.
Yeah.
Mostly,
Yeah.
you know. So like these people, when they raise a voice,
Mm-hmm.
because they have more energy, more time, and all these things, because they can support the thing,
Mm.
they put effort.
Mm-hmm.
So they post again and again and again and again and again. No, they have a lot of power with this cancel culture.
Mm.
I really
And
believe
maybe
that.
people underestimate that, to be fair, because I never thought of that. That like was true. Like kids have the time to like
Yeah,
be
like-
on social media to,
And affect societies.
and no one will know it's a kid because it's kind of anonymous on the.
I mean, look, like how did it start? Or at least for me, when it first like blew up and became famous, it was the Weinstein shit. When Harvey Weinstein got like canceled, all those women came out against him, all that shit.
Oh, doing like the Me Too.
Yeah. For me, that's what's like. Oh, this is like I really came like
like
to
mainstream.
see cancel culture like with no eyes and once I go down real time. So in that respect, canceling a person because they actually fucked up things, and as a society we don't want to reward people who do fucked up things, even if they're celebrities or people who have done great fame. We're basically saying that like we value our moral code and ethics above those achievements by canceling people. I think it's good to like audit that as a society. for
Because
example.
at least there's
Yeah.
some assessment.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a part of it, but like it's some assessment. Like people assess other people.
Yeah, not just a thing of reacting. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, so they said this, so let me. But I feel
Yeah.
like that's part of it. It's like the media is so fucked. Like it's more about getting that attention than actually saying the truth. So they'll say things that aren't true, but they're more focused on getting the views because that's what gets them money.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when people look at these articles, they forget that these people are trying to make money. They don't
Yeah.
actually care about saying what's actually true. So I have to do my own research before I pursue cancelling someone. and that's the judgment you're talking about. People a bit. It's weird. I guess it's also because people are too busy to do the research. But I don't get how do you then have the energy to cancel someone? Like, is it their process?
It makes sense. Sometimes you don't want like them more information. You're like more comfortable and more like easily to adopt in a like
Yeah.
and even like, a more angry opinion, which like canceling someone is like so a little bit of anger when you don't like.
What do you think about people who get cancelled for like their opinion? Like, not even that, you know, like Harvey Weinstein, like they sexually assaulted people, or raped people, but like just because they disagree with a certain viewpoint or whatever. What do you think about like people that get cancelled?
Yeah, he thinks that's fucked up. On the whole, I think that's probably fucked up. But like,
Yeah.
for instance,
Is there
if
any good time?
if the director of health
Yeah,
or something said, you know, in my opinion, McDonald's isn't that unhealthy, that's some cancelable shit. Because like it's against the facts. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck would the director of health have this like opinion? You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things that come with the job where you can't have opinion on it as to be completely like fact aligned, because you're responsible for an entire nation of people. You know what I'm saying?
That's a niche example.
It is, but with everything, there's an edge case. So, I think on the whole, on average, it's probably fucked up to get canceled for an opinion, and also getting canceled like has career implications. So imagine like some schnook on the fucking street, says some shit on Twitter. He's just fucking the cashier at whatever. People fucking rally against him to find out like where and the internet will do that. They'll do that. Like 4chan will raid his shit and like
They'll
get
doxxed. Like, there's no
you know what I'm saying? Like 4chan will like raid his shit, get his address, do the whole like do the whole thing, and get him fired from
his job.
yeah from his job, all because he said like, you know, I'm from a certain like background whatever, and like I think that my wife should be a at-home wife and not fucking, you know, a career lady. Like, I don't like career women, and that's his opinion.
Yeah.
He doesn't like women who follow the career. He wants like a sit-at-home wife, this imaginary dude, and then that's like, fuck you. All women should be career women, and then they start like going at him like, I think just like said some shit.
There's gonna be limits to cancel
You know
culture.
what I'm saying. That said, like, you know, if someone else of a different position in society said something to similar effect, but probably, I don't know, like more misaligned with their position, then he's like, yo, you're probably in the wrong position.
I mean, yeah, that's why like you banish these people like they're from higher positions, right? To like make the people like, you know, the guy from anywhere like teach him that this is not okay, you know. That's why sometimes they get cancelled in a more harsh way. I mean, I get your point. Like, yeah, generally everyone has like different opinion than you. You shouldn't be
Okay,
getting cancelled
Okay.
or like having an opinion. Like, it's good to have different opinions as well, because constructive criticism, and you can like actually like broaden like your mind, like see other perspectives.
I think it is important for people to be able to have an opposing opinion to something, because the way I see it is like we fucked up so many times in history. Like, there's times where we're doing well and then we just do it. Like, look at America, like one of the first countries.
It's all a cycle, though. It's all a cycle.
To,
like I ain't tripping.
Yeah, like one of the first countries to like you know, be established based on freedom of people, and the government is like built in a way so not too much part of government has too much power and everything. That was revolutionary. And then these people about freedom made the bad decision, was like, but slavery is cool, even though they were kind of based on freedom. So it's like, we should get arrogant that, because we're making more freedom, therefore, like, we can't make a bad decision. No, we can. So we have to constantly, there has to be like a yin and yang, like a
That's a
balance.
very fucking salient point, Doug.
Yeah.
That's a very salient point.
Keep everyone in check. There's gonna be like a system, you know.
Democracy, as it stands, like, all right, you don't get to do whatever you want, but we all get to collectively decide on the shit that we agree is cool for people to do.
I mean, and respect other people's boundaries. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
You can get freedom.
So, but then like freedom of speech now, talking about cancel culture. No one's ever thought about putting like a hard stop on that.
Yeah.
Like there's a few things, right? You can't be racist. Fair.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's restricting your speech to.
The thing is, though, I low-key feel like you can be, but if like you can argue against it, if that makes sense. Like, so let's say if someone's racist, they don't like black people, and they just stay in their yard, they don't actually do anything towards black people. Fine, that's them, innit? I understand that there will always be people like that. But the best way to minimize the amount of people like that is to let them say their stupidness. Because if they explain to you why they believe
That's what I
white
was saying.
people
That's
are
what we were saying the
superior,
other day. Like, what's happened in the cancel culture is many people, they're smart. So they wouldn't like get exposed. They wouldn't like express themselves, their opinion. Like racist people.
yeah,
Racist people, they can go like into groups and do bad things to the world. Like actually harm people because of their anger.
yeah,
Because the people are different. So like when they don't raise their voice, when they don't say their bullshit, and they don't get cancelled, because like easy thing to do. Like they know they're gonna get cancelled because they're not all of them stupid. So they're like, I'm racist. I understand that. I'm gonna form a team. I'm gonna like express my opinion around us, which we will have the same opinion.
yeah,
So yeah, like cancel culture can be dangerous by not letting them like express themselves and actually people be aware that these people exist. Because now what we think is like, okay, we have the cancel culture, the racism is gonna be eliminated, like, you know, not exist anymore.
Yeah.
But this is not true.
Magic.
But this is not true.
yeah.
This is not true. Like the other day, you said to me, bro, what I want a simple life. Yes, bro.
we all want simple life. We all want simple life.
Guys,
Like,
I
we
don't
all
want
want simple
poverty.
life.
I want everyone to be healthy, super rich, and
When like a good democracy, like let's say a true democracy, which keeps coming up because we're fucking Greeks. Like a true democracy, like ideas like battle it out, and the one that has the best support amongst his peers, like rises to the day in school. It's more about the perspective and like and presenting the perspective and throwing to that, and that's how you like really win like the hearts and minds at the end of the day, and that's how you get like real conversion, I think, and real results, rather than just taking this, you know, fucked up member of society, cornering the animal and then cornering the animal, but like putting them in a hole where they can just like get worse and fester and like and take out that anger and lash out back to society for the
Good, or would you say?
I mean,
Would you say is it good right now or bad right now? Or,
I think everything in life goes through cycles and you have
Yeah.
ups and downs,
That's
and that's
what I'm
that. And, like it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be good, and then eventually we'll find like the next paradigm of society, where we make realizations and just find better ways of communicating.
Running around in a demon, but left so it's feeling anemic. So they got close, got her own demons. Got her own demons. Unless you wanna drink up in it. If you wanna roll some blunt, some with it. Lick it with your tongue if you can't fit it. On some left hand in her back pocket.